Hi, everybody. We begin with a breaking news alert out of Livingston County, where a small plane has crashed. The family of 5 living upstairs was able to make it down a side stairwell here to this side door. However, when they got here, it was locked. A neighbor actually had to kick it in to allow them to get out. Look at all the snow. There's plenty of snow down here. It's good and thick, too. I could make a decent snow angel in the middle of the road here with all the snow that is on Alexander Street. I won't, because it is the street and a car could come along. Good evening, everybody. We interrupt your regular broadcast right now to tell you about some severe weather that's moving through the area. We're talking possible tornado sightings, hail, heavy rain.
Edward, I will not be down there to sing a solo tonight.
Oh, Don.
I know the crowd was waiting, but I had to
There
rest
were
the voice
requests. I have a list of requests. All right, I'll let them down easy.
All right. Okay.
All right. Well, Don, as you mentioned, yeah, big names hit the stages here at Jazz Festival all week long. And it's not just food you can get here on Jazz Street. This year, for the first time, you can get a relaxing massage while listening to the sweet sounds of the festival. Good afternoon. I'm Edward Moody. Jenny Ryan will join us at 6.
And I'm Doug Embledge. It is official now. The checks are not in the mail.
In a move to help shore up the budget deficit, the state has stopped sending out income tax refund checks. Lawmakers say the move will save hundreds of millions of dollars, but we talked to people today who say they want their cash now. Now, the governor's budget spokesperson released a statement today. Here's part of what he had to say. Quote, "The sheer fact that difficult actions such as this are necessary speaks to how dire the state's fiscal circumstances truly are right now." The 15-year-old shot in the head last night in Rochester is fighting for his life at this hour. It happened on Central Park on the city's northeast side at 10:30 p.m. 13 Wham's Rachel Barnhart joins us live from Strong Hospital with details. Rachel.
Well, Edward.
All right, thank you, Rachel. If you have information on this case that can help police, call Crime Stoppers. The number is 423-9300. No one will ask your name, and you could get a cash reward if your information leads to an arrest and conviction. The bright sunshine continued today with temperatures almost hitting 60 degrees. Will it continue? Chief Meteorologist Glenn Johnson joins us with a first look at the forecast. Governor David Patterson's press secretary is resigning, making her the 4th top staffer to resign amid scandals that threaten the administration. Press Secretary Marissa Shorenstein says she is quitting because her reported role in one of the scandals makes her unable to do her job effectively. She says it's been a privilege to work for Patterson. Voters in Seneca Falls, the birthplace of the women's rights movement, have approved a proposal to dissolve their village government. Yesterday's approval will dissolve the village of Seneca Falls into the surrounding town of Seneca Falls. The village was the site of the first known women's rights convention in 1848. It also claims to be the model for Bedford Falls, the mythical upstate community depicted in It's a Wonderful Life. 4th graders at school number 35 got a surprise today. Members from the Gates Police Pipes and Drums Band serenaded the 4th graders on this St. Patrick's Day. Each year, the school does something to teach the students about other cultures. This year, Scotland was their country of choice. And the students learned all about Scottish culture, even what haggis is. The We Are One celebration of diversity continues tomorrow and Friday at the school. You ever tried haggis?
Never.
I have.
Have you?
Yeah.
What'd you think?
I was able to get it down. Yeah.
You ever listen to bagpipes?
Well,
Anyway. More ahead on 13 Wham News at 5. Coming up, a student loan bill that could cost local jobs.
Plus, why a possible plea deal is on hold for a local man accused of bilking clients out of millions of dollars through his payroll company. And Oprah will be heading to court. And at 5:30, a Pittsford woman seriously injured walking to work at St. John Fisher College. Good evening, everybody. We interrupt your regular broadcast right now to tell you about some severe weather that's moving through the area. We're talking possible tornado sightings, hail, heavy rain. To tell us more about this storm and where it's heading, we join meteorologist Mark McLean. Hey, Mark.
Thanks, Edward.
Well, sure, and that's what Stacey was saying. I was talking to her earlier in the news office. Mark, I want to give you a break for just a moment, let you look at some of your data. We have some video that we have in from our affiliate in Buffalo, WKBW. This is some of what's been happening there as it moves west. Now, you see quite a bit of rain there. Mark touched on earlier the possibility of some flooding from some of these storms, so you want to be careful of that as you drive over these roads. You never know how deep that water is. You can see in some of those shots the wind pretty heavy, and this was earlier, folks, and according to Mark, this storm has increased in intensity as it heads our way. Folks in Brockport and Churchville should already be bracing for this storm to hit in that area. We're hearing the possibility of some funnel clouds. Mark, I wanted to ask you real quick, and I know Mark is getting some more information right now from Stacy Pengen, but let's talk a little bit, Mark, when you get a chance, about the intensity of this storm getting even more intense because of the lake effect. Is that right, what you were saying?
That's always a possibility.
Good evening, everybody. Some heavy rain, strong winds, and some tornado warnings in western New York tonight. We have been following this storm this evening. We have some possible tornado touchdowns that we have seen in the area, some heavy rain, some hail. Meteorologist Mark McLean has been following this storm as it passes through. Mark, we're hearing already that 2 buildings in Corfu have been destroyed as a result of a possible tornado touchdown there.
Yeah.
All right, back now with meteorologist Mark McLean. Mark, we're seeing some weather we haven't seen in, you said, nearly 80 years in our area. We're seeing colors on that radar behind you we don't normally see. What's the latest now?
Oh, there's 2 possibilities there, Edward.
We've had some viewers that have been sending us pictures of what's going on around them. If we could take some of these pictures, we have a couple. Here's one picture, the clouds developing. This is in the Rochester area there. That's sent from a viewer. The next picture was taken from the thruway, also of some of these clouds that are moving into the area, getting a little more severe. I guess we don't have that picture. Mark, I'm going to let you go to your information center right quick, and we have the mayor of Corfu on the phone right now. Mayor, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Hi, sir. Tell us, if you can, the extent of damage down there, and did you actually see a tornado touch down in Corfu?
I did not. That would be great.
Okay. All right. Mayor Todd Skeet from Corfu on the phone with us. Mayor, thank you so much. I know you have a lot to do. We'll let you get back to your duties down there. Thank you.
Thank you.
Please be safe. All right, we're going to go back now to meteorologist Mark McLean, who has an update as he continues to track this storm. Mark.
Now,
13 WAM's Edward Moody spoke with Larrabee's mother today, who says her son was a victim of severe bullying, and she says the district never did anything about it.
He has been bullied by not only one kid in particular, but a whole bunch of kids since he came to the school.
Kelly Webster says her son, Christopher Larrabee, was constantly harassed at school for being a country boy. They moved to Canandaigua from Camden in 2007.
He couldn't get respect from anybody in the school.
Webster says Chris wrote about that lack of respect in 3 poems police called Dark in Nature. He also wrote about killing himself. But according to Webster, a psychiatrist said her son wasn't a threat to himself or anyone else.
The police department received information that Christopher Larrabee sent text messages to a student the night before relating to causing harm to specific individuals.
Police say those text messages eventually led to Larrabee's arrest on charges of aggravated harassment. The district says at no time were any students in the school in immediate danger. They also say they have extensive anti-bullying programs and would be shocked if Larrabee's concerns went unaddressed. Webster says she's going to seek legal action.
Once I get all this taken care of, I'm getting myself an attorney, and I am going to go after Canandaigua School.
Now, you may recall that last month, a student here at Canandaigua Academy committed suicide, and police later found evidence. They say that he had planned to cause harm to other people here at the school. Now, I spoke with Kelly Webster about that today. She said that her son was in fact close friends with Thomas Kane, that student who committed suicide. She says, though, she does not believe that that case in any way influenced her son. I spoke with police about that today, and also district officials. They agree. They say this does not seem to be a copycat situation. This was supposed to be a family paradise, a place to work, play, and live.
We just created a place where we wanted to be 24 hours a day so we could make it a great place for our kids.
This aerial photograph taken just weeks ago shows a Bears family home that was just that, until fate stepped in.
I'm just devastated.
What took Danny and Marcy Bears 4 years to create,
I can't believe that everything's still burning.
fire destroyed in a matter of hours. 4 buildings used to house equipment and cedar for the Bears family's playground making business are now piles of ashes. Hotspots still burn near lost inventory and memories.
My father's woodworking equipment. Things that can't be replaced, but, you know.
In this time of tragedy, the Lima community rallies around the Bears. Friends and employees help with cleanup. Neighbors have even offered land to store what few supplies are left.
People we don't even know have come up and hugged us and said that they're sorry. What was this?
Looking over the charred remains of what once was isn't easy for the couple.
Hope the cats got out.
And though things may seem hopeless, they will rebuild and plan to do so right here in Lima.
I can't express to you how much we love it here. And I'm determined that we can create that environment again somehow.
And here in Lima on the Bears family property, we do know tonight the cause of this fire. Investigators say that old wiring in the main barn that stood right there next to the silo ignited the blaze that caused all of this damage. I'll tell you in that story, Danny Bears was right. They didn't miss many beats out here today. The cleanup began early. It's still going on right now. In fact, take a look at this video that we just shot moments ago. You see them tearing down this barn. It was the last standing structure out here, completely destroyed, but the frame was still up. It was built in 1850. It is the building that housed that old woodworking equipment that once belonged to Danny Bears' father. And I tell you, take a look behind me here. You see this bobcat right there? That was given to the family this morning. One of their neighbors here in Lima came by, dropped it off, said keep it as long as you need it, free of charge. And speaking of donations and charity, you know, the family has concerns that insurance may not cover everything that happened out here today. So their friends have set up a fund for them at the Canandaigua National Bank at any of the branches in the Rochester area. If you would like to donate, you can do so at any of those branches to the Bears Playgrounds Restoration Fund.